Welcome to our video, The Art of Tyranny, a Historical Exploration. Today, we'll delve into the dark yet fascinating world of tyrannical leadership, examining the strategies used by history's most feared leaders to consolidate and maintain absolute power. Before we begin, an important disclaimer. This video is purely for educational and historical purposes. If you find yourself fantasizing about becoming the next great tyrant, we strongly advise consulting a mental health professional rather than a history manual. The first step to becoming a tyrant is building a solid power base, often through nepotism and corruption. Think of figures like Hitler, Putin, or Erdogan. They surrounded themselves with loyal allies and family members, ensuring immediate support and limiting risks of internal opposition. However, be warned. Scandals and revelations can undermine regime stability and erode public trust. You wouldn't want your reign to crumble like a sandcastle at the first high tide, would you? Once you've established your inner circle, controlling force becomes crucial. A tyrant must have a monopoly on violence to maintain order and suppress opposition. This is achieved by disarming the population and strengthening ties with the armed forces. Many historical dictators like Mobutu Sese Seko and Idi Amin were former military officers who used the army to consolidate power. But remember, the use of force must be calibrated, as excessive use can lead to popular revolt. The nickname, the Great Repressor, might look elegant on paper, but it's not the best way to win the people's affection. Speaking of the people's affection, a crucial aspect is gaining consent through the distribution of public goods. Lee Kuan Yew of Singapore, for example, transformed his country into one of the world's most prosperous, significantly improving quality of life. When citizens see tangible improvements in their lives, they're more inclined to tolerate restrictions on their freedom. So, investing in infrastructure and public goods is a key strategy. And if you find yourself building a bridge or a school, remember that giving citizens some material progress is often more effective than a monument to your ego. Of course, every self-respecting tyrant must get rid of political enemies, or at least neutralize them. Strategies can range from physical elimination to corruption and co-optation. Mugabe, for instance, opted to bribe political rivals, while Idi Amin used much more violent methods. Hitler didn't hesitate to carry out ruthless purges to eliminate any threat to his leadership. If you feel like you're playing a bad game of chess, remember, every piece on the board must be put in its place, whether for promotion or strategic sacrifice. Another effective strategy is creating and defeating a common enemy. Dictatorships thrive on conflicts and external threats, which justify their existence and strengthen internal cohesion. Creating an external enemy can unite people under one banner and divert attention from internal issues. And if there isn't an enemy ready on the horizon, don't worry. With a bit of imagination, an imaginary enemy can work wonders. There's nothing like a bit of artificial panic to keep the population in line. Controlling and manipulating information is essential to maintaining power. From censoring newspapers to disinformation campaigns, every tyrant must ensure they have control of the public narrative. Information manipulation allows shaping public perception and maintaining consent, preventing dissenting voices and uncomfortable truths from emerging. And if you find yourself having to justify your actions, remember, lies repeated often enough become truth if you have enough means to circulate the message. Building an ideology that justifies your power is crucial. Whether it's a personality cult or a new religion, a tyrant must have an ideological justification that legitimizes their rule and inspires the people. A strong ideology can serve to unite the country, provide a justification for the regime's actions, and legitimize the leader's power. And if you're wondering how to do it, don't worry. If other people can turn a simple idea into a religion, you can too. After all, every great leader needs a good dose of ideology to transform their reign into a grand epic. Now let's delve deeper into some additional strategies that tyrants have employed throughout history. Economic control. Many dictators have recognized the power of controlling the economy. By nationalizing key industries or creating state monopolies, tyrants can exert significant control over the population's livelihood. Venezuela's Hugo Chavez, for instance, nationalized numerous industries, giving the state unprecedented economic power. This strategy allows the regime to reward loyalty and punish dissent through economic means. Cult of personality. Building a larger-than-life persona is a common tactic among tyrants. North Korea's Kim dynasty has perfected this art, creating an almost religious devotion to the leader. This involves controlling all aspects of media and education to present the leader as infallible and godlike. Statues, portraits, and constant propaganda reinforce this image, making it difficult for citizens to imagine life without their beloved leader. Divide and conquer. Skilled tyrants often exploit existing social, ethnic, or religious divisions to maintain power. By favoring one group over another, they can create a base of support while keeping potential opposition fragmented. Saddam Hussein's regime in Iraq, for example, favored the Sunni minority while oppressing the Shia majority and Kurdish population. International manipulation. Savvy dictators know how to play the international community. This might involve alternating between threats and concessions, playing superpowers against each other, or using natural resources as leverage. Iran's leaders, for instance, have become adept at navigating international sanctions while maintaining their grip on power. Technological control. In the modern era, control of technology has become a crucial tool for tyrants. China's Great Firewall is a prime example, allowing the government to censor and monitor internet usage on a massive scale. Some regimes go further, using advanced surveillance technologies to track citizens' movements and communications. Legal manipulation. Many modern autocrats maintain a facade of democracy and rule of law while manipulating the legal system to their advantage. This might involve changing constitutions to extend term limits, as Vladimir Putin has done in Russia, or using selective enforcement of laws to target opponents while protecting allies. Education and indoctrination. Controlling what young people learn is a powerful long-term strategy for maintaining power. By rewriting history books, controlling curricula, and indoctrinating youth through mandatory programs, tyrants can shape the worldview of entire generations. The Hitler Youth in Nazi Germany is a stark historical example of this tactic. In conclusion, becoming a tyrant is a dark and complex path, requiring cunning, strategy, and a deep understanding of power dynamics. It's essential to remember that these strategies have had serious historical and human consequences. The study of tyranny serves as a stark reminder of the importance of democratic values, human rights, and the constant vigilance required to preserve freedom. We hope this video has provided you with a useful and informative overview of the mechanics of authoritarian power and the importance of preserving democratic values and human rights. If you've enjoyed this journey into the dark art of tyranny, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more similar content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next exploration of history's darkest chapter.